Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to continue trying out a bunch of different decks at the Standard Metagame Challenge, my favorite event on Arena. Love playing these metagame challenges. Gives us a good chance to try out a bunch of different decks. We've played a bunch of tier 1 decks yesterday live. Today we're going to be doing a pre-recording and see how this kind of deck plays out, demo it. So this is an updated version of the Dimir Demons or Doomsday combo deck. So this list is from FleshEatingGnome. Another content creator. They stream a lot on Twitch, usually like top 100 or so Mythic. They are 17-6 in the metagame challenge with this list. Overall, like pretty solid. Looks like from their runs, they got 5-1, 6-1, 5-1, 1-2. So as they kind of curated the versions, overall pretty solid run. And a cool thing that Untap does that we're going to kind of leverage is we can see, so say against Domain, like their sideboard changes that they made, we can kind of get a feel how to kind of sideboard with this deck. So kind of a guide at home as we kind of play through the deck. But yeah, we're going to give it a shot, see how it goes. Main combo, what you're trying to do is set up casting Doomsday Excruciator, where basically you exile all cards but the bottom 6 from your opponent's library. And then either with a jace in play, you mill them out, or you attack with Restless Reef and you mill them 4 cards. You're basically just trying to break the parity that is drawing cards. Doomsday does let you draw 2 cards on your upkeep, so that is kind of a downside, but you're just trying to make it so they kind of run out of cards before you. This should play well into things like Domain, given that you're playing Jace's main. We also have a ton of removal: Edicts, Go for the Throats, Annoyance, Cut Downs, Deadly Cover-Up, Harvester of Misery. So against the aggressive decks, we should also have a reasonable shot. The mana base has got just every black producing land you can. We have some hand hate. Locust Spray can be removal or just a cheap, basically think of it as a 1 mana black cantrip. An opt if you would, but cast for black mana. We have Maze Mind's Tome for card advantage and life gain. Stock Up helps us find the combo pieces, just tons and tons of removal. Sideboard, you have Duress for hand hate, Ghost Vacuum for graveyard hate, some cheap counters and negate. Another Jace for the mid-rangey kind of domain matchups. Gix Command is a sweeper, Harvester, another kind of go wide deck, you have that sweeper. Against mono red aggressive decks, well, we are just going to go forget Doomsday. We're not casting 6 drops. What about Phyrexian Obliterator? Blow up all their permanents. Against Pixie, you have Baloth for the heavy discard. And then kind of the mid-range battles, you have Overlord of the Flood Pits in the sideboard. So let's give this one a shot. See how it plays. We played a number of stock up decks yesterday. Stock up Pixie, stock up Omni, stock up Dimir Mill. So that one was not like the Doomsday. It was just the new Monument. But curious to see how this plays out. And yeah, really demoing it out. These challenges can kind of go both ways. The best run we've had was 5 wins with Mice. I was 2 games against Domain, 2 to 3 games that I played against them. Had them down to 1 life and then just couldn't find that last point of damage. One game I drew 11 lands, the other game I was 14 cards deep and had 2 lines. So kind of got varianced in that case, but we'll give this one a shot. I'll have the VODs up, all the gameplays up if you want to see, kind of to complement our best decks. I want to give these a feel. So Pronug Hugger, interesting name. When it goes first, the first game could sometimes be a bit of a weird one. I think on the draw we can keep this. This kind of sets up our thing. We have a cut down if needed. Jace can buy us some turns. Just hitting line drops is important. See what they do on turn 1. Green's usually a creature deck. Domain doesn't really lead with basic forest too often. Holding priority for something. What's happening, friend? I think in the dark against a green deck, like, again, if I see basic forest, I'm gonna assume it's probably a creature-based deck. Mill. Alright, Domain. Delirium. Wow. think we let them go to attack. They can discard something, and then we'll kill it in response with the trigger on the stack. That way they lose it. I can then jace next turn if needed. They could have protection, but most of these decks have opted to get off of the protection effects because of nowhere to run. Earlier lists did play it. At my RC that I went to, I played 2 copies. I get rid of the enchantment here, no value, which is nice. Treasure's Insight. I do have Torch there. I think I'm going to do this because next turn I can Maze Mind, and they did show Torch, so I'm going to plus here. This can kind of fog for a turn. We haven't seen if they're on the Exhaust plan. Exhaust will give them haste. They might be if they're on Dredger's Insight, but those ones may not be playing Inti. Hands come together pretty nice here. Hope. Grab a land. So we don't have enough for gather evidence here. So we can't just get rid of... I don't even know what we'd get rid of at this point. I probably want to get rid of FOMO more than anything. Might draw here. And then just deadly cover up. I think the 2-for-1 is reasonable. Oh, I missed the draw. That was a mistake. We should be up 1 more card. They are at 12 cards in graveyard, 39 in library. Right now I have 18 that I can mill. Main board Scorching Shot. We're probably okay with that. FOMO. I'll draw here. I mean, them finding all these FOMOs is pretty strong. Interesting. Could have just played out that land for free value. Let's kill this. So 21 puts him at 15. Jeez. Block this for the turn. Blood in a bit. They can mill here. I'll kill one of these FOMOs in combat. They can hit Jace for 4. I think as long as Jace can buy us some time. Because then next turn I also have the Restless Reef, which is nice.
This won't affect our greater plans. You outwitted me. Impossible.
Okay, so we have the Expert here. See if we can find a Sweeper. Jeez. Cut down could get rid of FOMO, which isn't bad. Alright, 32 cards. Hit a lot of lands at this point. Druid. You have access to Torch. They can torch my Jace. Might have been right to just try to hit them there with the mill. They'll surveil here, keep it on top. It's not bad for the following turn. They hit me for 4 here. Holy hell. How many lands have we drawn? Okay, we have Anoint and we have Edict. Both are very good. Around 11 lands. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably just Restless Reef tapped this turn. They did keep this on top, so it's the ridge line. I should have killed this because now they get back the other Afterburner Expert. Keep ourselves alive for this turn. Oh no, that was dumb. I needed to let it resolve. Oh, I'm playing badly. They get the damage in still. My mistake. We are just not hitting stuff. $28. think we just go for the draw here. I can do the double scry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's do the double scry because we've seen a good portion of our deck. They can make the dragon. Just dead. It's 8, 11. Oh, give me Doomsday. Okay, we've found so many lands. Harvester of Misery do anything? Not really. So Jace mills 15. This is unreal. How many cards did we put to the bottom and just couldn't find like a... One, two, three, 4, 9, 10.
The weak-minded will be educated in Phyrexian's way. I know where to find all.
Of course, always the next card. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough there. 9. Damn it. We had it. It was like the next card. We draw it as the next card and we're fine. So this matchup, I want the obliterators. I want the sweepers. I want ghost vacuum. I don't think we want duress. Harvester's probably fine just as a one of. The spray could come out, doesn't really hit much of their stuff. Probably just a stock up. Malicious Eclipse exiling could be good. I just want the other Jace. I mean, they're not going to beat an obliterator, so let's do it like that. That's frustrating. The next card, and you have it. I did mess up there. They should have had at least 2 creatures out. We might have been okay, but I played a little sloppy there. I'm going to keep this. We have Cut Down and we have Ghost Vacuum. Hopefully hit a land here. Controlling their graveyard will be strong here. They go like Inti. Even FOMO here is fine because I could cut it down. We land. Beautiful. I could stock up or I can Jace here. probably stock up. So they'll have to like aggressively kind of mill over here. Cool. Here's my 5/5 that will annihilate your board. Definitely some misplays in that first game. Just getting used to some of the sequencing and stuff. I've played this deck more. Exile from our graveyard the Harvester of Misery. Back into Luca here. We're also getting to the point where I can just reanimate all these things. I do have Paw Patch. Cool. Yeah, they're like never beating an obliterator. Harvester. Just play like Dimir control. I like the flexibility of this one a little bit better than the mill. While you do have this kind of over-the-top combo, this shift to being able to just go obliterator and nullifying a lot of these red-green based aggro decks is strong. First game we misplayed, but we had an out. It was one card away. We draw that, we mill them out. Would have been right to just do the jace earlier to take out a big chunk. That was another way we could have won, trying to draw into another jace. But it was serving as a distraction at least, which was important. Multiple removal spells, the exile is relevant, Maze Mind's Tome, and then stock up could hopefully find us an obliterator. We're looking for land, but 3 removal spells. I think because we already have like the Edict and the Harvester, we either want to get more lands for the Harvester to multi. They're not going to do anything for their first few turns. It's good for us. Harvester can be good as a deadly cover-up. That gives us to 7. So it's enough to get them that way. Mill here.
I fight for every plane.
I can just edict this. Kind of feel bad now
Stand with us.
because I could, if I kept the edict, I could have taken them off the land. They usually play 2 Ren in this exhaust build. Kinda don't want to give them... If they do land, they go with that effect. I could Harvester this turn. And then Deadly Cover Up. And get rid of their other Draconautics. Doing this now so they don't get the exhaust ability. Keen Eye here. It's actually a little annoying because it can get rid of my evidence that I need. So they can eat at something here. Still think I get rid of Draconautics Engineer. Drill back, a Braid. We have 1 Luca. We have the Afterburners. Scorching Shot, Dredgers, 1 Soul Cauldron. And we can play a good game of cat and mouse here. Jace and Cut Down. I'll wait this turn. I don't have the mana to Ridgeline. I do want to keep this Anoint ideally for the Ridgeline. It would give me... They're gonna get the counters here, but that's fine. I'm taking 3 damage regardless. But Jace can lock that down next turn. I'll get the counter here again, but it's fine. The XL there is important. Good here. Okay, jace. Plus that goes to 2. If they hit a land, it gives them enough to kill my jace. They're at 16 cards. So not quite enough. So I could ridgeline here. So that would put it to 5. That's 2. Buys me a whole turn.
Phyrexia showed me the truth. Flesh will always lose. You can be made to
This is an interesting line because like I have restless reef, which I think we just reef here. Because if I don't hit something good off the sewers, at least my reef can block for me. Tap land there is pretty devastating for them. Oh, they only have 5 cards, so.
easily be solved for.
We're doing a really good job of just drawing nothing but lands. We're a third of our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Malicious Eclipse does not do anything. This just buys us some time. I think we're going to take this off. Regardless, it takes 3 damage, but this takes him like a full turn to be able to do anything. I think we're going to mill ourselves. Holy, 3 more lands. How many lands? It's absurd. Not like great effects. They're doing this, but there's no target. Yeah. Once Obliterator comes down, it's usually GG. Okay, so let's try to have a game where we don't see every single land in our deck. Backup plan always comes in clutch. Just big dumb 5/5, sack your board, can never attack into us. Really like the afterburner. It can be scary, but opponent goes first. I think this hand's probably okay. We have 2 turns to hit a land. We have Jace against an aggressive deck. So this is going to be Cage. slow start for them. Actually an interesting line. I need to find Malicious Eclipse. I did this because otherwise they'd get 2 creatures to attack in. This way I could at least lock them down for the turn.
Our plans are beyond your comprehension.
Regardless, my plan has to be to try to find a sweeper. And then Jace can buy me a couple turns. This also forces them to commit a little bit more to the board. I can see Overlord now. Okay, so Doomsday has been achieved. This is going to be very good next turn. Do this. I take you out of combat. That's 1.
Organic minds are easily quelled.
I mean, if their whole turn's just this. How they decide to attack. So that gives 1 power. This keeps this alive for the turn, which is pretty good.
Become subdued.
That upkeep stops. I just want to find an untapped blind here. I Doomsday and then just get him that way. They can spend their whole turn tapping out. He killed my Jace. He took like 4 turns to do it. I think we just want to try to find untapped blind. I think with that we're okay. The stock up should help me find that land. I have Anoint here. Interesting that they don't want to commit more to the board. I know they got an Overlord back this turn, but this can block for a turn. Kind of makes it a little painful here. Keep stop. Salvager. Should be good enough. It is very sunny. Give me a sec while opponent plays up turn. Close the blinds. Duskrose Reliquary. Okay, so they're on a Gear Hulk version of the deck. They don't have enough to activate. They could hit me for 6, but that's not enough. And they're dead. Let's do this. In the life. Just be safe. Cool. Alright, so that plan worked. In this matchup, Harvester, Gix, Obliterators, get rid of Duress. In this matchup, Locust Spray is pretty reasonable. They have like a lot of X1s that I think are fine. This just kind of going over the top is nice. They're probably not going to take out their Sheltered though, so it's probably okay. Take out this, take out this. Probably Edict is the worst card otherwise. Just because the Edict, it's not gonna... They have so many creatures, they go wide, that it's not that great. I could go completely off that and play like Overlords. That might be better than Jace. We're probably not milling in this matchup. This gives me a play on 3. Helps me dig to Sweeper, which can be good. You can keep 1 in. Maybe on the like play draw, we do it a little different. Keep 1 Jace maybe. They'll have Pot Patch Recruit, which is going to be a pain. Okay. Good start. Hopefully they go like wide. Be a good Eclipse. Go Overlord of the Bailmark. Oh my god, opponent's gonna get hurt. Probably don't want cut down. Cool. That felt good. Bright ass Gearhulk. See what they get here. I can do a stock up turn here. Take 4. Try to find the sweeper. Nice. And I think we're just gonna take the anoint here. Six, so I can get rid of all their blight glass, which would be good. Them doing that is good. Plot, bird, parting gust. Get Gearhulk again. Pretty timely. We can get him with Gix command hopefully now. We do take 5 here. I mean, you have to try to sweep there, I think. Here they can Paw Patch. They could Pixie the Bright Glass Gearhulk the hand. Good for us. Hit him for a bunch. I can drop Obliterator. I know they have this. I think taking those out is good. Like chaining them together will be nice. Obviously not having something to deal with artifacts is annoying. I think I'm out of sweepers. I have my 2 malicious already gone. I have 2 deadly cover-ups. I have Harvester of Misery, but I can't cast it this turn. Sacrifice Haywire here. And we take the same damage, but takes 1 off the battlefield. They have 1 more Duskrose Reliquary. I think we stock up first. Okay, well, we died to another one of them, but they find their 3rd, they got me. Ah, I should have killed this instead, in response. I made a mistake. I had a chance. If I killed it in response. Okay, so we probably do want the Edict since they're on that. Get rid of these Overlords. Let's play this plan. Let's go back to Jace. Not like a sure shot obliterator. They have Parting Gust. That Parting Gust was brutal for us. Still want the tomes, I think. That. I made a mistake. So if we would have killed it there, they would have to either sacked their thing. I would have had obliterator either way. Or they would have needed another creature in hand. I think Jace is the line here. That's annoying. So close. Them like chaining Paw Patch was very strong. Stuff now. I'm probably gonna sweep. So no sense putting out the obliterator this turn. Hit me for 4. Parting Gust. You're gonna get that back on your turn. I think we do this. Hopefully they don't have... Yeah. They always do. That'll get Pixie as well. Malicious is better than the average flip here. They 7-ball me, I'll gain 4. Fortunately, I don't have enough evidence here. I do want to see if I can just use this to draw a card. Okay, so don't have another one. That would be fantastic. So, Flipseer is gonna go hard. I could Gix command, but it leaves them behind stuff that I would rather they don't. And if they want to take their whole turn... Actually, for 3 damage, I'm not gonna test it. If it was 5, 3 doesn't really change the clock at all. Can get pretty big. Here. I think we just Harvester. They might have Parting Gust, so I want to save this Gix command. It can also hit like more than 1 creatures. This has a little bit more utility. Could have attacked in. But again, the Scavenging Ooze isn't going to do much. I think just playing it conservatively. We're at 16, they're at 20, we have plenty of time. Drop's nice. I think we're fine leaving the small stuff there. Got him! Got him. That was, we're learning with the deck. It's definitely one that does take some practice. We'll do one more for the video, and then I will do the run afterwards if we do continue on. I don't want to keep this. We are kind of a control deck. It's already an hour into the video, but give us a feel. You know, this is a yes. We go first. I think we put back Edict. I think there's more utility having the curve as 1, 2, 3 potentially. There is the optionality, but with stock up, stock up should help us basically find another removal spell. Against an aggressive deck, we do have like these options. This can gain us some life. Would love this as a 7-card hand. This is a very good 7-card. If we knew like for sure, like obviously the difference between this and this is going to be dependent against an aggressive deck, we probably don't want this. We would want the Edict as the second removal spell. There is the line we just try to draw, but just play it safe. Queue up basic mountain. Heartfire hero. I think if they do play Heartfire, okay. Right call, domain. Well, ish. We don't want cut down. I think we just get our lands ready. We try to find Jace. Try to find Doomsday. I'll probably do this on like turn 5. I want to take advantage of Maze Mind as much as possible, giving us extra cards. Strange. Up the Beanstalk. The hell is this? We already have a restless reef. I mean, if they're a creature deck, we probably want that. Not what I was anticipating. You see up the Beanstalk with this? They like Overlord tokens. Let's play as... Find a sweeper here. So Locust Spray is not bad. It's basically just kill one of these tokens. You gotta try to set him up for a mill. I know they can draw a card, but that hampers most of their mana for the turn. Which I'm fine with. Here, cut down this. Locust spray this. Get rid of you. So they might be enticed with this Restless Prairie to activate it. As long as they don't kill Jace, I think it's fine.
Impossible.
In here. Very, very strange deck.
Become subdued.
They are on like the Overlord package, given that they're playing Leyline Binding. They might be on Caretaker's Talent. Sure. I'm not playing creatures. I'm gonna do this now. Because if they plot it, then I have it on my turn. This is interesting. Do I try to find the sweeper? Have 5% at Doomsday. I have another Jace here. Do this. I could leyline here, but cover up for following turn could be good. Another Maze Mine's great. Lets me play out a card this turn, draw some cards, and then just try to find my Doomsday. Our life total's at a reasonable amount. This game could go long, so I do need to up my pace. We definitely want negates in this matchup. we've already seen 2 Aven interrupters. One, two, three, 6. Their interrupter. I get to draw a card here, but I'm gonna get rid of Overlord, White Overlord here. Okay. Huge amounts of just fluff. So they're the green-white deck. They're on Caretaker's Talent. Bean's Authority. They could leyline here. Pretty low value. On a ley line. Ley line binding here.
Phyrexia showed me the truth.
At 33.
Always was. We can improve upon your
Bring up Jace is nice. We're kind of grinding them out. This is what the nice thing with this deck is. You can kind of disregard. Opponent has so many dead cards here. We're getting rid of the prairie here, so that way they can't get that bonus. They can poke Jace for 1, but going face. A lot of duresses here. Bride's End. I'm gonna do this now because it'll give me an idea potentially what I need to play around. Can do this. Mill him 9, that'd be 20, so then I could draw 3 with the next Jace. They could poke for 1. They get the Sunfall. Let's do this. We could kind of force their hand. They can also draw a card here. Stock Up's a good card. We have one more Maze Mine.
Plans are beyond your comprehension.
Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace, Joe. That's 12. Jace comes down, does a bunch.
Nothing could be more vulnerable than your memory.
Okay. Actually, it was enough for just mill lethal. So this matchup, I want Jace. I want Harvester of Misery. They probably take out all their removal. There's a chance the Obliterator line works. I want duress. Okay. How do we want to kind of deal with this? We're probably not obliterating, because I need to keep my sweepers in, and they have probably enough to sacrifice. Anoint's fine. So Edict's bad. Cut down's okay, but not great. I'm on an Overlord of the Flood Pits. There's some high impact non-creature spells, obviously beans, stuff like that we want to hit. Like a duress on 1 to hit beans is strong. That sounds great. Take that, beans. Yuck. Take the turn, but dig for a sweeper here. Behind on clock. Of course, they draw the beanstalk right after. Fine. Jace, I think we're just stocking up. Cut down probably here. I tapped very poorly. So we'll do this, just get Overlord, help curate my hand, try to find that sweeper. So they have Parting Gust up. Found the sweeper. They bamboozled me. I think we just do jace here then.
Sake of Phyrexia, I will keep one. Become subdued.
See if they go with...
How foolish.
That's actually good. Do that.
Beyond your comprehension.
Discard a sewers. I think we're fine with Harvester. I need this cover up to hit this Overlord. Mind you, I can try to stack. They don't know about the Harvester of Misery in hand. I want them to go Haven Interrupter here. Or they can just sack it. Fine.
You outwitted me. Impossible.
That doesn't give me enough of a value play. I'll do this. Do this. They draw a card. Keep Jace alive.
Organic minds are easily quelled.
Second Beanstalk. So I can do the sweeper here. Does buy me a turn, and then I have Harvester of Misery. We're probably gonna do it this turn. Actually, we're not. I think Jace is dead anyways.
I will clear your mind.
It's pretty good. Oh, I don't have enough lines anyways. Let's do this. Gonna sweep next turn. I'll kill Hauntwoods here. Draw a card. I think we try to do that. They'll go invasion here. Slick. Go Harvester of Misery here. Get a chance to duress there, but I think at this point we just gotta try to mill them. Pick up pace. Malicious Eclipse would be good. How about more lands? So they're heavier on creatures. They did keep some Ride's End in. So maybe we do want the obliterators. But you can see here how they just go really wide. This just kind of really messed us up. Have the in hand. block like that, that's 6, 9, 12. Anyways. Damn it. Damn it! I mean, the rest just didn't hit when we needed it to. So they're on Conceal's flanker. We definitely want Gix command. Definitely want the Jace. The Overlords are probably too slow. Let's just go with that. I mean, the game goes pretty different if that opening hand, like the beans, they drew it. We gotta play fast. Take Nissa. Hand's very slow. We're probably not beating Nissa, but okay, we need a card advantage engine. That's annoying. Okay, well, hopefully they just like never hit a line drop again. Would be pretty good for us. They somehow had 5 lands on top. Not gonna listen to Nissa now. Was probably right to take the Nissa, but okay, well, that helps. Good luck. They can go Wilt Leaf. They just keep drawing lands. These cut downs are terrible for me right now. Trading off there is not bad. Of course! Third Beanstalk in like the top portion of your deck. 14, 13. So I gotta keep the lands here. They just got so much value this game. Jesus Christ. Alright. That one was frustrating. Like, it was the right play to take Beans both times, but Beans needs to go. We also just never saw our Doomsday Excruciator in any of those games, which kind of hurt, but let me know what you think in the comments. Definitely a contender. Didn't do the best, but our mana just, or kind of how the deck oriented just didn't play out for us. But let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great one. Stay safe out there.